This film started because myself and John have always been very good sounding boards for each other.
I've worked with Peter McDonald before on a couple of occasions. We worked together on a sketch show that I directed called Your Bad Self, and we've done bits and pieces together down the years. I've known him for a long time, and we've always wanted to work together on something.
But in July of this year, I was going on a stag, and it was the first time I'd been on a stag in a few years. I suppose when you're in your mid-late 20s and you're going on a stag, you're thinking, yeah, we're going to go on a stag, you know. You get a little bit older, you're kind of thinking, whew, that's going to be quite involving. And I was really looking forward to it. It's a very good friend of mine, and I knew it was going to be fun. But just even the idea that I was thinking, oh, right, okay, you've got to mentally prepare myself for this, started me thinking about stags as a ritual, and also started me thinking about, you know, if you don't know everyone on the stag that's going, you know, just naturally where my mind goes, I was thinking about, you know, funny characters, that it would be a very funny scenario if you had a bunch of guys going on a stag and a kind of a Mr. Stag was there. It was a very bare bones idea. I suggested this to John, and then we started to talk about it and what kind of film it would lead to and where it could go, and we thought that we could write a really good comedy in that, which had, you know, strong emotional arcs for all the main characters, and that would be the type of movie that we would be aiming to make.
And over the course of this summer, or it would be last summer, we wrote it together, I'd say, in about 8 or 9 weeks.
It just clicked really quickly, and we knew very early on that it was going to be something that we both felt really strongly about, and that it was very fertile ground for us as writers.
No. Stop! Ah! You are not masturbating in here. Well, no, I can't sleep.
The film's about a bunch of very modern Irish men who don't want to go on a stag, and whose friend is getting married, and his bride-to-be starts to think that perhaps a little time in exclusively male company is exactly what Fionnán needs. So she engineers it so that the men do go on a wild camping weekend up the side of a mountain to reconnect with their masculinity, and joined on the trip by her brother, the brother-in-law, who is completely insane.
I played the brother-in-law, who's the machine, who is the diametric opposite to all the guys that are going in the stag. We always say that they're 5 egos, and he's one id. He's just 100% id. And he kind of crashes in on their world, which means that the film is basically about modern masculinity, how masculinity and the sense of what it is to be a man has changed so much over the last 15, 20 years, but is always changing, and it's never one definition. The machine is very one particular type of guy, and they're a very different one, but neither one are true men.
From writing the script to shooting the film, I think, was just over 3 months, which is kind of unprecedented. But that's not to say we didn't really labour over it. We only went for it when we thought it was ready. So yeah, I don't think you often get to do something in that quick of a turnaround, but the idea is quite big, and it's quite, we were very clear about the kind of film we wanted to make, so that helps.
Do you have another one?
Put it there.
Everybody we're working with is terrific. The actors are right on the money the whole time, and that helps. It means that things are quicker, and it's also really enjoyable, you know, because everybody's working so hard. There isn't a lot of time to sit around and get tired.
I'm just excited to get those performances out to the public. You know, I feel really proud of them, that they've done such a good job for us. And being an actor, I know how much you want from the actor to bring to the project, and to create that collaborative, you know, little special mystery that makes a good performance. And all of these guys just absolutely crushed it. You know, they really, they're magic. Yeah.